Good morning, YouTube. This is the LA Engineer, and today we have kind of a short little fun story. It's a little bit about engineering, a little bit about maintenance, and a little bit about keeping your eyes open. So, what do we have here? I tell you, I wasn't born yesterday, and a lot of the time I'm not super impressed by technology. Yeah, cell phones are cool, computers are cool, planes are cool. But this Google Street View thing, I gotta admit, of all the technology we have, just being able to go anywhere that their camera's gone and just scroll around like I'm kind of hanging out here, it just blows my mind. Especially the way they stitch all the images together so no matter where you go, you're getting the 3D view. It's kind of unreal. But today we're going to talk about this poll right here, which cracks me up that even the Google Street View shows what the deal is. It's just crazy. Okay, let's see here. I want to go, I think, a little more this way. So I'm riding my bike past this street pole, and tell me if you can see what's wrong with this picture. See this right here? See this stud? There's no bolt on that stud. Fortunately, the majority of the forces on this light pole are causing it to want to rotate in this direction. So essentially, if there was never any force causing it to rotate, let's say along a plane parallel to Fremont, perpendicular to Mission, right? If it wanted to, actually that way it's good too. If it wanted to rotate back towards this way, man, I almost need to, in fact, let me go ahead and let's print screen that. And let's do this right. Okay, so I have three axes here. Let's make green our axes. So we have this axis, we have this axis, and we have this axis. And let's see, right hand rule, obviously this one will be Z. Oh. Let's make it orange. Z. Call this one Y. We'll call this one X. So let's take a look at the different moments and see what's going on with this bolt and which way is bad and which way. In fact, let's do the good ways with green or blue. Let's go good with blue and bad with red. Okay, so based on this bolt being in that corner, if it wants to rotate this way along about the y-axis, that's not a problem. If it wants to rotate this way along the x-axis, that's not currently a problem. And of course, we're not we're not terribly worried about translation or rotation in the z direction. It's not going to go down through the concrete or through the base. It's not going to fly up. And it's not going to rotate about the z-axis like that because of the flange and the bolts. That's all fixed. So now let's draw the red arrows for the bad directions. If it was going to rotate about the y-axis in this direction, that would be a bad direction. If it was going to rotate about the x-axis in this direction, that would be a bad direction based on this missing bolt. And of course, the absolute worst direction would be kind of somehow a combination of, if you had a new plane that was kind of in between y and x, a diagonal, if you will, that would be the worst. But fortunately, because this arm, the majority of the moment in this case is this blue moment. The majority of the weight is pulling it this way. So that bolt is essentially not doing a lot of work. Now, if it starts getting windy or there's an earthquake, then we're talking about something else. So So I just noticed this the other day. I called Public Works this morning. I'm a little embarrassed. I've never noticed it before. I have gone by this intersection several times. I guess the bolt's been missing for quite a while. Excuse me. I don't know how recent this... Oh, image capture, April 2017. Okay, so that bolt has been missing for darn near a year. Holy cow. Goes to show that, if that bolt was on the backside here, whew, I don't know if this thing would have started tilting when the guy tried to take the bolt off, or whoever was taking the bolt off took the bolt off, to be honest, what do you do with a bolt that big? It's like a 3-inch bolt, unless you have a giant piece of all thread. I don't know where you're going to use that bolt, or the nut, I should say. So anyways, just thought I'd share that kind of interesting little story. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you're doing, if you're at a desk job or if you're out in the field, it's good to just kind of keep your eyes open. Just kind of look around, see what's going on. You never know what you might find. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe, keep your eyes open, and keep engineering.